So we're here with Elroy, and your film is The Unknown Within.
Yes.
So so you went kind of different again. Like you were a couple of films you were doing kind of that little animation thing, and now you're kind of back to the two conversational piece type of film. And
yeah, I've been back and forth. So Unknown Within is actually the fourth film of that whole Comic Inc. look.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I got inspired one day. I did Pumpkin Seed, which I've
the Pumpkin Seed, yeah.
And they got a lot of good reviews, and people told me they like this. So I was like, I want to continue this pattern.
Yeah.
But how can I make each film different? And being the fourth film, I was able to integrate VFX look with the red eyes with the ring. I'm not wearing it right now.
Yeah.
I was able to utilize different VFX for each different film and come up with a story for each one and make it its own series. And I was supposed to actually work on a fifth one, but I strayed away from that Comic Inc. look, and I'm back to the two-person film, which The Brother-in-Law is a film that's going through the rounds right now. And I'm working on a sci-fi project, which I've been setting up my green screen. And I have to rent out another green screen studio. So I'm going back into actual live action dialogue films. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So what made you come up with the idea for this one?
So for Unknown Within, like I said, it was the fourth film, and I was like, okay, after Darkness Creeps, which was the one before it, I was like, what else can I come up with to have the look of this Comic Inc. look? And I've always had an idea for a short film based on a ring, which is the ring that's showcased, the demon-looking ring showcased in the film. But I never came up with a story. It was originally supposed to be a guy who runs into an older woman who sells trinkets, and one of the trinkets is the ring, which happens to be possessed and possesses him. I never went through with that, and I scrapped it. So while coming up with this new Comic Inc. story, I looked at my ring and I'm like, it's time to come up with something. And it just formulated in that way. And, since I've been buying VFX packs, it kind of helped me to get an idea of what I want to do with the ring. And it just formed like that.
Yeah. Is it fun to play around with all those other projects? Is it fun to play around with the anime type, or how do you do that? Anyway, how you change like pumpkin seeds into like that animation look. How do you you do that through the editor? And
so I do that through editing. I'm currently using DaVinci, but I also use iMovie.
Okay.
So the Comic Inc. based films, iMovie is great. However, when you're trying to layer up VFX in iMovie, it's only one layer, so it deletes the other one. So you have to export it, import it, import it. Unlike you use DaVinci, which I learned, or even Final Cut Pro, which I love, you can just keep layering them.
Yeah, so it's different from the animation look to the actual special effects, right?
Yeah, basically it's a filter. So it's basically I've only been in Pumpkin Seed. Actors, we film each other regularly, and then what I do is I put it in iMovie, because iMovie is the only one that I notice has this filter, the Comic Inc. filter, and then I layer that filter over it, and then I'll play with the coloring a little bit so it's not too dark in some areas and whatnot. So that's how I do that.
Yeah.
And with the VFX pack, like with the ring, I'll have a little magic VFX, and I'll just put it in the eyes, and then I'll have to track it so when it's moving. And even with Pumpkin Seed,
I hate doing that, by the way. Like even the editors, where you have to. Some of my students have the patience to do it. I don't, where you have to keep following it. I can't do it.
I've only done it through iMovie. It's easy. iMovie.
iMovie,
Best. I tried with DaVinci, and it's just so complicated. But what I realized in DaVinci, utilizing green screen, there's so many ways to go about it. When I was first doing it, it was a hassle, and then I found another way to go about it, which was like an easy 2-click button, and I'm like, but I'm still going between both types of adding green screen background, because both of them are not the best. At least I'm not doing it to the best of my ability. But I've been able to.
I'm trying. Look, I got mine going right now. It's so hard.
I just my house background. I wasn't even trying to.
Yeah, I should just do that. I should just left it green, because I was like, I got all these lights on, and it's still it doesn't. It's so hard.
I was thinking, I'm like, is he out there? I'm like, he can't. It's too quiet.
But if you look a little bit, I'm like a little shady when I move. It's not perfect, but
It works for what it is. I mean, like
Yeah.
right now, my sci-fi project, it's the biggest thing that I've ever done so far.
Mm.
It's right now 9 minutes, and I spent what 5 p.m. to 2 a.m. editing.
Mm.
So I mean, it's not going to be perfect because I know it's not going to be Star Wars or nothing. But for what it is, I can't wait to show you guys and you especially. But yeah, Unknown Within. It's the fourth film, and I wanted to do a sci-fi based project as Comic Inc., but that idea turned into what I'm doing now, which is action. So yeah, Unknown Within. It's fun because I get away with not having to worry about audio dialogue. It's music based, and I just have to worry about the actors doing their scenes, how I'm editing the scenes in between, adding the VFX. So that's kind of why I started doing those 4 films back to back, because they were just so easy to churn out and submit. So I will say that's one of the reasons why I stopped for a while.
That always reminds me. Have you ever seen the movie Scanners Darkly?
Yes, with Keanu Reeves.
It was kind of reminded, like Pumpkin Seed reminded me of that kind of thing.
Yeah. I love Pumpkin Seed for being the first one.
Yeah.
I just continued adding on so much more, but yeah, it's very fun. I thought it was unique. I got a lot of positive feedback, so I was like, let me just continue this. And Unknown Within was pretty much after Pumpkin Seed. Unknown Within was really accepted with people. They really enjoyed it next to Pumpkin Seed. So
yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. And then how this one, how did you go about getting your other actor for it?
So basically, a lot of my actors that I use are friends of mine, networking friends of friends who become my friends, and they're also actors. So I like to use the same folks. If I run into somebody through, well, the girl actress, I met her because she was working with somebody else I know. So I was like, hey, by the way, would you be interested in this project that I have? And I showed her Pumpkin Seed and the other ones, and she was in it. So that's how I got her. And then
absolutely, yeah. That was good. I like the two people. We have a lot of those films this time around. It's like kind of two people conversationalists. A lot, like a bulk of it. And a lot of them this time.
Yeah, it's less having to get people together. That's what I'm doing right now with my current, what I'm shooting right now. But as you can see, I'll submit. Hopefully that gets accepted. Brother-in-law, it's another two people based conversation.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I was talking about. The brother-in-law.
So what I'm glad about what you brought that up, because I hate single based area with two people talking.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah,
and there are good films, and it's all about how do you make it interesting. So the challenge with the brother-in-law, which has been years in writing, and I never created it, I finally got to create it through and work with my friend Michael, who I worked with in Darkness Creeps, which is the 4th Comic Inc.
Oh, that's where I saw him before. Like I was wondering, I recognized him, and I just couldn't place which.
It was the Comic Inc. filter was covering him. But so I worked with him, and I thought he did a great job. And it just being me and him in this one area, an apartment, I had to challenge myself. How can I make it interesting? It's through the acting, what's happening as far as the gun being pulled out, the story. So it was just, you have to make it interesting. I feel like it can be done, but there's been some films where I'm just like, I'm not. But it's a challenge, and I think I did a good job with it.
Yeah, there was a lot of script in that one, though, huh?
It went through a few drafts. I went from the brother-in-law to the sister-in-law, back to the brother-in-law. So,
yeah, not easy to do. That's why I did. Where did I see that? I watched it. I know I seen it. I watched it. So but anyway.
Film festival, actually.
Yeah, one of the other ones I watched it for. I think I saw it, right, or something like that. I remember it. But yeah, that's why I get confused. Like, oh yeah, this one. Yeah, I had a lot over the years. I try to say, oh yeah, this movie, and then this movie. But
I try to do 1 or 2 a year.
Yeah,
it's really been 1 now within the last 2 years, just because I've been trying to give myself a little bit of a break. It's exhausting, I do a lot of the things myself, so it's like I need a bit of a break.
Yeah. Absolutely. Now, remember back in the past, then you produced some other people's too, right?
So I have. There was one called, I forget the title of that one. I have.
Yeah.
When I first started submitting with my film, but in between I would I've had people come who I know, and I was like, hey, submit to the Bright Side that I also associate boost and whatnot. So yeah.
Absolutely.
And I still am helping other people, even if there's a special thanks. I'm like, here's some donations because I like to support. I love filmmaking and I love to see people put out their work because I was there straight from really amateur work, and each film I know I can get better, but each film I keep getting better. So.
Yeah, that's how you learn. That's how you get better. That's like perfect example for it. I remember years ago when you started, right?
The first film I believe was Misled. I think that was the first film. Yeah.
How long ago now was that?
2018, 17.
Oh yeah. I think it goes by so fast.
Yeah, time flies.
Really does. It's crazy. That's why we're on our 10th year, so it's how
I've been going each year. Even I try to go to both festivals, and within the last year, I probably just won.
Yeah,
I went this year earlier, and I'm going to go again, obviously. So
yeah, it should be a good one.
Work and whatnot.
Yeah, it's hard. But it's funny because the last one I thought was not many people were going to come. It was March. It was and I got killed. So I'm like, maybe this time not many people, but it's our 10 year. I'm like, now I want it.
Did I go to that one? I can't remember. I know I missed one of them.
Yeah. The last one was crazy because it was out of control. It was
looking forward to going because I never go to Jersey.
Yeah.
New York, but whenever I'm out there, it's really for the Grove Film Festival and the Brightside Tavern.
Yeah.
That's like my moment. I always look forward to those days. But I love the area anyway, so it's like I should find things out there just to travel. But,
yeah. Jersey City is a cool little city. So I mean, I can't get enough of it. I don't go as much anymore. I miss it. So
it's not far from me.
Yeah.
It's just I have to find stuff out there. So let me just take a trip and let's head out here. But yeah, I enjoy it. I look forward to it.
Do you drive over or do you take the path over?
I take the path train. Yeah. I'm not far. I'm in Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy, so it's literally
you have to go
downtown and then take the path.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's cool, though. How is Brooklyn doing these days?
It's good. I mean, hopefully, the weather's seeming to cool up a bit. It's been humid. But it's Brooklyn. Yeah,
I haven't been over there in a while. I like going over there for a day and doing a bunch of the breweries over there.
Oh,
I enjoy hitting a couple every time I go over there, just 2 or 3. And
yeah, I know you usually go away to the breweries. I
do.
I see when you go away.
When we go away, I find out okay, what brewery can I hit?
One I went to recently was in Chicago. I forget the name of it, but I went to one recently.
Yeah. And it's funny because I hit a lot of them, and it's I just taste the tasters, and then I leave. You're like, oh wow, he's here. I'm like, no, I'm just tasting this big, and then I leave to the next one. I'm like, so.
That's the way to do it.
But I enjoy it. So, but it is what it is. But it's cool, whenever I'm traveling to do things like that. So I do like to travel, especially in the summer.
Yeah, I need to do that more actually.
Yeah, I didn't do it when I was younger. So now that I have a steady job and time off, I save my money and I go.
Yeah, all in its timing.
So, but I went to LA. And I like going out there for a little bit, a couple days, and just something different from being on the East Coast all the time.
I'm on vacation next week, and that was the plan. I need to see if I'm gonna take a trip out there. I haven't been. Surprisingly, I haven't been. So.
It's interesting. I've done over the last few years. I've been there a couple days, and I'm like a kid out there. I'm like, I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this. So, but going for a film festival is really cool.
That's something I need to do. I haven't traveled farther out for festivals.
Yeah.
Let alone I don't think I've gotten accepted to festivals outside of New York, and
it's hard, isn't it? It's like New Jersey, New York filmmakers. They don't like us or something. I don't know. It's hard.
It's the challenge, and you just keep making sure the next batch, if you want to continue to submit to any of those out there.
Yeah. So, but so how can people reach you or anything? Do you have any handles or anything out there? Instagram, Facebook, or whatever?
My Facebook is my name, Elroy Martinez Jr. I'm rarely on it, but once a friend requests me, I'll be able to chat with you if you like to chat. I do promote my films on Facebook other than that, Instagram is also my name at Elroy Martinez Jr., which I'm always on, and I'm always updating a lot, especially right now with my current film.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what I have there. I have an IMDb. If you want to just see what I've done, Elroy Martinez Jr. is just my name. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got for that.
Yeah.
And TikTok, which is
Oh, yeah.
EJR521 or 586. I don't really stress TikTok,
Yeah.
but I have it. But Instagram is where you can really catch me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we have a school TikTok thing, so I'm like, now I'm on it more, just watching clips of stupid things.
Yeah, that's why I have it. I'm like, I'll promote my stuff, but I'm not going hard in it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just too much out there, and I'm getting old, so it's like, But this is how I promote. I do the podcasting and put that out, so that's the big thing.
It works. Yeah, that's good.
So we'll get these edited next day or so and put it out there and get people to come to see our films.
Looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
I heard about the shirt. I can't wait.
Yeah, I didn't order too many because I wasn't sure, but watch them go quick. I don't know. We'll see.
One for me.
Didn't get too many because it's so expensive. But I got a good shirt. It's a good one. But we're not making any money on it because it's expensive to make. But it's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah, I mean sometimes you gotta give in order to promote yourself.
Absolutely. And we figured we have never done one, and we always talked about it. I always talked about it. So I just jumped the gun. I'm like, it's their 10-year. So I have like the 10-year on the back and then the front. Yeah. So it'll look cool. I can't wait to see them. They're probably going to get them like the day before. So
yeah. All right.
We'll see how it looks. We'll see.
At least you did it. I know a gaming group at this bar. They usually do it. They kept talking about a shirt, and I'm like, "Where's the shirts?" And they're like, "Yeah, we're thinking about it." And they haven't. So to see that you guys have a shirt made, finally talking about it, and we got it done. That's great. So
and it's still the place. The shirts are good shirts, but they're expensive. But I can make more now because they get the whole printout, so I could always order more.
Yeah.
In the future, which is cool. I don't have to put the 10-year on anymore if it's not 10 years, but I could still use it. Who knows?
Or if people want one, you can just be.
I can order. Yeah, I could get doing like an order online or something.
Or have them like pay for you to do the process. Hey, give me the money and I'll get it made for you. There's ways to go about it.
Yeah, absolutely. But thanks for joining me for a few minutes here, Ann. And I got a lot more to go, but I don't know when or where or how I'm going to do all this. But it was good to start it out. I had about 8 today, so
that's a lot, especially at about 1:08 p.m.
I know, right? So I'll put these up soon, and probably do them in little by little and get them out there.
All right,
and promote our films and get people to come, hopefully. And Saturday night we got a crazy weird reunion set, so
okay.
Should be interesting. Something different on Saturday night. So
yeah. All right.
But just to get because a lot of times we end early after our college set. We're doing like the horror set.
Yeah.
I did something different. So
that's good though. It's good to like make things fresher and
bringing people back that haven't been there in 10 years.
Yeah.
So
enjoy that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. So but yeah, good to talk to you as always, and we'll see you soon.
All right, see you soon.
Absolutely.